All right, well, sorry about that. My computer blue screened again. So sad. What am I going to do? Anyway, hello, welcome back, Kinyas. Sir Naldo, sorry I missed your message on the stream chat. Drap such massive wisdom that crashed your stream, yeah, and I wasn't able to get back in the stream fast enough before YouTube ended it. Windows problems, yep. What happened? Blue screen, computer blue screened. Anyway, I think I was explaining the... What was I explaining? The pixel stuff. Yeah, I think I pretty much got through what I wanted to say about that. Although that blue screen only seems to ever happen when I'm using Godot, when I have Godot open. So I need to check the Windows Event Viewer and see if there's something in Godot causing that. I don't know. I'm sure it's just my Windows degrading. I'm sure it's just my Windows degrading. Anyway, what was I doing? I don't remember. I hope all of this saved. Maybe I actually... Oh, maybe I don't think I actually had anything. Necromancer grid, yeah. Goodness. We had a lot of viewers too. I hope people find their way back. Oh well. Only going to be going for like another hour or so anyway. So yeah, there's one major problem, which is that when I go into the resurrection, it doesn't switch back to the combat view. So I'm going to need to do that. So let me just go ahead and die real quick. Oh wow, I actually won that encounter. Okay, I shouldn't win this one. Okay, resurrect. So yeah, I need to switch this back to the combat view. How am I going to do that? I have an animation in my combat widget. I flash my computer every other month. Only half of them are intentional though. Messing with my kernel too much for my own good. As is tradition for the Linux user, right? Why does the backwards not work? Oh, I'm not going to be able to play it backwards. So I'm basically going to need to duplicate this animation, I think. I'll just call it mode swap back. I don't know if I need to make this unique, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, and we'll reverse these. So this needs to be all... No. This needs to be over here, off, on. This one needs to be on, off. What am I doing? Oh, I know what to do. I need to cut these, paste them down here. Cut these, paste these here. Oh, this needs to be here. What? No. I'll get it eventually. There we go. Okay, mode swap back. Okay. So now we've got that animation. All right, so now how am I going to do this? Change to speed disk, public void change to combat, animation player dot play, anim mode swap back, combat area dot input pickable equals true, input pickable equals false. Okay, so now my run manager, resurrection, where is that at? Resurrection. State player resurrected, enter state resurrected. Clear statuses, heal to full, enemy board dot fade in. Well, in here, combat widget dot change to combat. I think that's all I need to do. Let's see. I'm always reminded that Windows only convince people to have XP, to leave XP is by killing it. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's probably true. It's probably true. I think once Linux becomes a little bit more comfortable to use, like even though I'm a technically oriented person, I just don't want to deal with how technical Linux is. The reason I like Windows is because it's just like dead simple. For the most part, anyway. Okay, so let's resurrect now. This should change back to the combat, resurrect. Okay, it changed back to combat, and now I should be able to start it again. Nice. Okay, that is working great. Now, so there's that weird fade in that's happening too that I want to fix, but I think that's good. We'll sync that before my computer blue screens again. All right. It's your visible, not set backwards. I think it's fine now. Spinny, yes indeed. A the Ant, welcome back. Hello, Plows. Every new Windows version we start to rebel, swearing that we hate new OS, and then we get attached to it and swear it was much better than the new version comes out again. Yeah. The only thing I don't like about Windows 11, well, there's a lot of things I don't like about Windows 11, but the major thing is I can't put my taskbar at the top of the screen anymore. I used to, back in like Windows 10 and Windows 8 and all that stuff, I used to have the taskbar at the top of my screen. But you can't do that anymore. So yeah, that's fun. I'm using Linux for 2 years now. Thank you, Valve, for making Linux more Steam friendly. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, the start button, I heard that it's a React native application as well. I don't know how true that is. Ubuntu is getting more famous. I always see a laptop or two in the corner with Ubuntu in it when I'm in a tech shop. Yeah, I mean, I think like there just needs to be like a drop-in replacement for Windows that's actually Linux. And I think once that's there, then yeah, it'll be fun. But there are still applications that I can't use on Linux, like my video editing software that I like doesn't have a Linux version. So there's still some issues with it. Windows right now, I got glazed WM and got rid of taskbar for good. Windows computers are always auto defenestrating. True. Yeah, I mean every Windows PC I've had, it just degrades over a period of years and then you have to reinstall it. I used to do fresh install of Windows with all of the applications I know that I want, and then I would create a disk image of the entire operating system and save that. So if I ever needed to reset my PC, I would just restore that image, because then it was like a midway point between like a total refresh and also having all of my apps pre-installed that I wanted. But I stopped doing that. I will either refresh this PC, reinstall Windows on this, or get a new PC after I'm done with my courses, because I don't want to mess with anything while I still have my configuration in place for the new course content. It's much simpler than grabbing the portable apps like I do. Yeah, I do like portable. I've been using more and more portable apps because then you can just throw them in a directory on the non-OS drive and they just work, you know? Okay. So what is the next thing I need to do? Use it for resets too, yeah. That is one thing I like about Mac, if I'm not mistaken. Well, maybe that's not true. I think the apps are kind of like portable by default. So I need to have highlighting for that combat icon thing. Oh, goodness. Got my butt kicked by this one. Oh, right, I need to fix that fading that's happening. Okay, so why is that fading happening? Drawer UI. Force collapse. Overlay texture. Where is this happening? Expand drawer. Force expand. This is being called where? Enter state combat preparation. So that force expand is being called, that's expanding the drawer. Hide overlay. Was drawer expanded? Yes, this is fading out. I think this is the problematic line here. Expand a drawer. Do I need to add another Boolean in here? Is drawer expanded? Overlay material, play fade out. Okay, so I'll just do this. Private bool is overlay visible. So I should be able to do this instead. Was drawer, let's do if is overlay visible. And I'm going to create some private methods in here. Private void show overlay. private void hide overlay. Is overlay visible equals false. Overlay material dot play fade out. Okay, and then we can do hide overlay. Show overlay. All right, I think that's all I need to do. Let's see if that fixes it. I don't think it's that obvious what the moon phases mean. Yeah, we're not done yet. I need to show like text that shows how fast the game is moving, or at least have some kind of tooltip or whatever. But also, I need to figure out where to put the auto resolve button too, because that has disappeared. But let's see if this works. So we'll do this. I think I'm gonna win this one actually. No, maybe not. Oh, maybe I am. I did win that one. Okay. That necrosis sets in. Okay, so if I resurrect now, I shouldn't see that overlay appearing anymore. Oh, but that flickered. Shoot. This force expand is hiding that button, but it's already been hidden. Shoot, what am I gonna do about this? Force expand. Good morning, Christopher. This isn't a life advice stream, but I thought this was funny. Ask the smart stream guy where to find a job. I'm sure he'll recommend companies for you. Parents. Oh, that's funny, yeah. No, I don't know. This is why comments exist. I didn't even realize the crow was gone. The crow is there in some places. I don't know. I've got a lot to figure out still. Goodness gracious. Force expand. So I got to figure out why this toggle button is here. I think I'm blind. Well, the crow is not. The crow only appears on certain encounters. So basically the encounters that would soft lock you if you can't engage with them, those are the only places where the crow appears. So let's see. So like max health increase, crow doesn't appear here because you can always choose a free health upgrade. But the enchant card, for instance, the crow appears here, so you can do blah, and he goes away. Same for the upgrade card. So basically, yeah, if you don't have any cards to enchant or upgrade, you can skip. Because the upgrade requires that you have 2 cards of the same type. So you can skip the alchemy too. But you can't skip combat. So if you go into a combat encounter, there's no way to skip the combat encounter, but I may add something like that. Like if you die at a combat encounter, I may add an option where you can sacrifice plus skip instead of sacrifice and fight. But I kind of like the idea too of having to commit to a combat encounter until you either die permanently or beat it. Enchant card. Increase critical multiplier. Well, it doesn't have a critical. Turn cooldown reduced by 1. Critical chance. There we go. Max health increase. I'm not showing the player health anywhere here, so that's going to be a problem. boy. There's a lot of problems here. There's so much to do. I found out today that Rust GD extensions don't exactly support web either. Oh, that's unfortunate. Can't wait to play this. I've been addicted to auto battle since the backpack mechanic started. Oh yeah. It murders the current location. You could say that. It's just the battles look small. Yeah, I mean, what you haven't seen like the progression of the game. The idea is that your board is going to get very big and you're going to have lots of cards on it. But I've only ever been testing like how the game looks when you first start the run. And so that's why it doesn't look very impressive. I'm just still trying to get all the fundamentals down and all of the encounters in place, and then I will focus on like the overall gameplay. Because there's going to be multiple levels too. There will be like 3 or 4 different maps to go through, and each map will have tougher enemies, different enemies. So yeah, there's going to be a lot going on. I do want it to be like super hectic. I want you to feel like you've created a board that's just super powerful and it's just annihilating everything. Definitely want that. But I need to figure out this button thing. So force expand, I think what I need to do is, I'm going to need to do the same thing here. Private void, hide, toggle, button. Private void, show, toggle, button. Okay, so here, hide, toggle button. Private bool is toggle button visible. We'll set that to true by default, I guess. Okay. Oh. Okay. All right, well, this is a mess, but we'll see if it works. Kind of want to play the end game now. Yeah, we're getting there. I gotta, yeah. I wish I had more time to work on this game, but I've got so many things going on. Okay, let's try this. I think this enemy is gonna beat me. Those arming swords are no joke. These things echo if there's an adjacent minion card, so these do 10 damage because they're both adjacent to the villager here. Okay, now we'll skip this combat. Boom. Toggle button still works. That's great. Still gets hidden. That's great. Still gets shown again. Okay. All right. So that's looking good. Fix drawer issues. Cool. Hello, Junba. What's up? What's up with you? Not much going on over here, just working on this game, as usual. All right, so I need to, for the combat icon, I need to change the combat disc. So let's duplicate this. We'll call this combat disc highlight. I'm going to take a little bit of a different approach though to this one here. I think what I'm going to do is fill this in with let's make this not contiguous. Let's just make this red for now. We'll make this one the black color, and then we'll do that. I think that actually looks fine. So this combat disc here, yeah, I'm going to take this combat disc and I'm going to combat disc, export that, and then the combat disc highlight, combat disc, highlight. So that should change. Oops, I suppose I was supposed to do that with the icon as well. Don't tell me I did this wrong. Okay. There we go. So that's what it will look like by default. Okay, let's get a reference to that. Node private sprite 2D, combat disk highlight. Okay. Okay, combat area. Mouse entered. I don't want to do this. On combat area mouse entered. Okay. Let's see what that does now. So now I should have a highlighting in place. There we go. That looks fine. Yeah, that looks fine. I miss Godot every time I use lambdas in Python. Oh, are lambdas in Python not good? It's been a while since I wrote any Python code. Okay. All right. So add various widget improvements. All right. Good to go there. Okay, cool. So unfortunately, I have some stuff that I need to do for my part-time job. So I'm going to have to end the stream there. But thank you everyone for watching. Thank you all for being here. Very much appreciate it. Lamba. It's a single line and you can only have a single expression. Oof, that's rough. That's rough. I love lambda / anonymous functions in JavaScript. They're so nice. But in any case, yeah, that's it for the stream today. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you all for being here. Sorry for the blue screen that interrupted the first stream. But yeah, check out the links in the description below to stay up to date with all my work. Hit the notification bell There's going to be more code reviews coming. There's another course in the works. All that good stuff. YouTube memberships will be coming in the nearish future as well, so keep an eye out for that. Got a lot of stuff going on, but we'll get through it one thing at a time. Anyway, thanks again, everyone. Appreciate your support. Yeah, McDonald's, don't brainwash me. Don't do it. You're gonna institute or initiate a Pavlovian response with that cheeseburger. Okay, bye-bye, everyone. See you tomorrow.